So in this video, I'll be covering what perks you quote-unquote should put on your builds for all the classes in the game, so skip to the class you wish to know. This is also only for PvE. The thing about this is these are just the metas, and these are just the majority of the recommendations I got, so if you don't agree with them, just don't use them. It's that simple. Before I begin this guide that I made, if you want a guide created by Vatty, it will be in the description and be a little bit more helpful. Class builds include pets as well, but mine includes only the perks for the armor and weapon, but check theirs out. Here's the answers I got. Tier 1 classes, or you might know it as starter classes. I know it's unbelievable, but these were the most difficult answers to get. And yes, all the classes, even these. So I can actually show you all the answers I got for them, but that was none. No one answered this question because it was all a joke and it's not really needed, but I wanted to include it like I said. So I just used what I know from the metas. So for Swordmaster, the long sword has attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Arcane Mage, for the staff, it's attack up, crit stack, and bob. And for the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. Defender, for the great axe, it is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. And then the armor is damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For tier 2 classes, for dual wielder, for the swords, primary long sword is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss, and the offhand long sword is attack up, life drain, or crit stack, and mob boss. For the armor, it is damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Elementalist, for the staff, it is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Guardian, for the great sword is attack up, crit stack, or life drain, and mob boss or boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. Some do use fortress on this build though. For tier 3 classes, for Paladin, for the primary longsword is attack up, crit stack, and mob boss, and for the offhand shield, it is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Mage of Life, for the staff, it is attack up, life drain, and boss of the boss. The armor, it is damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Berserker, the primary great sword is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. And for the offhand great axe, is attack up, life drain, and mob boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. Some use fortress. For tier 4 classes, for Demon, for the Scythe, it is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction or bonus alt charge. So this is actually the only class where I got recommended to use alt charge, not only on the pet, and untouchable, and glass. Dragoon, for the spear, is attack up, life drain, mob boss, or boss of the boss. For armor, it is damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Archer, the bow is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. Tier 5 classes, Warlord, the primary great axe, is attack up, life drain, and mob. Then the offhand shield is attack up, crit stack, and boss of the boss. For the armor, it's damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. For Summoner, for the staff, it is attack up, crit stack, and mob boss. And for the armor, it is damage reduction, untouchable, and glass. So, some things to note, read the description and I'll explain a little bit more if you really want to know. That's it. Thanks for watching this video. I wanted to give some players a guide that would help them with all of the classes in one video. Thank you to all the players who helped me make this by answering my questions. A tip is that if there's a new prestige or new perks or something that will change your gear or gear in general, ask the Discord or the chat for help. That is pretty obvious, but I still want to mention it. This is 2022, the 2 prestiges. Also, this is technically part 4 of this perk guide series. If you would want to watch part 1, 2, and 3 of this series, they will be on the screen. See ya.